Hello friends, and welcome back to my channel. I am beginning the very long process of decluttering my house. Since Christmas, of course, our girls got so many wonderful new gifts and we need to start making room for everything. And let's face it, my oldest is 4 and it's just time to go through all the toys and declutter what's just not being played with. If you're new here, hi there, my name is Erin. Welcome to my channel, Clean the Day. I do everything in my power to take advantage of my spare time to get a little bit done, but I always remember that those precious little cuddles come before dishes. Grab a drink and let's get to work. Hello everybody, and again welcome back to my channel. I have to be totally honest, I have not been feeling the motivation since Christmas, and it's been really hard to pull myself together and face this task. I've got my coffee and I feel like I'm ready to go. I'm listening to an audiobook and I'm just trying to face this mess. But let me know in the comments if you're anything like me. The minute your house feels out of control, you just freeze. And I have the worst time tackling it. So let me know if this happens to you. You freeze up, you don't know where to start, you just start spinning in circles. This is what happened to me. I'm finally ready to do this, and I'm committed to filling up those 2 boxes and taking them to Goodwill. I am starting by sorting all of the toys, things they use, things they don't use, and also I am using an extra bin for all the items that do not belong in this room so that I don't wander to another space and get completely sidetracked, because that happens to me 100% all the time. I'm not afraid to admit I have terrible attention span.
Don't blame me for being suspicious, but I see you need something else than what you want. I wish you could see yourself just like I do. Maybe you would know by now I really liked you. I'm not missing you. I'm not fooling myself just like you. I'd rather break my own thread like a needle and stitch you up just for you to tear it up again. I'm through. I'm not missing you. I'm not missing you. I'm not missing you. All you know is superficial. Some of it stays, some of it goes. Like a trend, you are a symbol of something no one ever will understand. I wish you could see yourself just like I do. Maybe you would know by now I really.
If you somehow missed my introduction, my name is Erin. I am a wife and a mom. I have been married for almost 6 years. It will be 6 years this April, and my girls are 4 and 2. Their birthdays are in February. They will be 4 and 2. So I have so much to go through because I don't think we've properly gone through the toys for about 4 years. And so we have a crazy mix of toys. We have everything from tiny little infant toys that the girls really don't play with because they're just not infants and they're not exciting or anything anymore. And we have a lot of new stuff. Mercy has recently come to love Barbie dolls, so organizing Barbie stuff is on my to-do list. I also have some really cool stuffed animal hammocks that I will be hanging up soon. So the sorting actually helped a lot. I highly recommend, if you have trouble starting, just start sorting into empty bins and it kind of all comes together.
I'm not fooling myself just like you. I'd rather break my own thread like a needle and stitch you up just for you to tear it up again. I'm through. I'm not myself just like I do. Maybe you would know by now I really like you. I'm not missing you. I'm not full of myself just like you. I'd rather break my own thread. I can needle and stitch you up just for you to tear it up again. I'm through.
I bought these stuffed animal hammocks on Amazon, and they came as a pack of 2. I decided to hang one here in the playroom, and I will hang another in the girls' room. And I have a whole beanbag behind me that is actually stuffed with stuffed animals rather than beanbag stuffing. And we did that just to make room, and it was amazing the girls' reaction when they saw the stuffed animals, because they thought that they were all new because it had been so long since they'd even seen them. So that was a really amazing reaction. I did not get that on camera, but it was quite surprising. I will say the installation was pretty easy, but I did have issues with the drywall. I'm not sure what they're called, but you put them into the drywall before you screw the hook in. I did have some weird issues with those, but Chris came home, my husband, on his lunch, and he was able to give me a hand with that. Otherwise, I mean, it was really easy. You just... it's 3 holes. You just measure where you want the back to be and where you want the 2 sides of the hammock to be, and that's it. And then you just screw in all of the hooks and hang the hammock and start filling it with stuffed animals. It really was super easy.
For you now, you got 2 minutes of my time, and I don't really break too easily, but I'm worth it, 'cause I'll slip into your dreams tonight. Oh, so give me your all. I'll take it to Mars. Oh, I'll stick like glue inside your mind. Just watch me breaking your sweat. You're falling into me.
I just took a few minutes to go through all of the stuffed animals and pick out the ones that we knew the girls were going to enjoy, and decided to donate the ones that we really don't use or we just had no sentimental attachment to. I actually remember I worked in a nursing home for a while in the activities department when my oldest Mercy was little, and I came home one day with a bunch of donated stuffed animals that we couldn't give out to the residents. And now that I look back on it, I think that that was kind of silly. I could have just redonated them because we didn't use them. We have no attachment to them, so they ended up going to Goodwill. I know that they will make another kiddo really happy. I did manage to fill up 2 boxes to take to Goodwill of the girls' toys and stuffed animals, and then a 3rd box I found some stuff in the kitchen that I wanted to get rid of. And here we are the next day. I'm finally getting back to tackling this, and it won't be long. I'm going to clean this table. At the moment, all I had was my Dawn Power Spray, but I love this stuff. I think it works fantastic. It took everything up from the inside of this little table that spilled through the lid. It's a great table for kiddos, but the storage is not very useful because the girls just can't get the lid on and off to get storage out. So we're kind of done using it for storage. I'm just going to keep it clean and put the lid back on it. And sometimes on the weekends, girls have their lunch in here with their favorite movie playing or while they're playing. So it's a great little table, but the storage is not very functional.
Just watch me break it. You're sweet. You're falling into me, touch me. I swear you would do anything that I want. So keep us awake till the dawn. Baby, feel free. I wanna make you sweat on me. I wanna make you sweat on me. From the get-go, let me be frank, I'm not that complicated. If you need me, it's a use of playing games, though. There's no denying.
Off camera, I collected a lot of the girls' infant toys, you know, like the little walker here, and we had the the little stackable rings, and the girls don't play with any of that anymore. They've long since mastered stacking the rings. So I gathered all of that stuff up off camera and put it in a safe container to store in the garage with the rest of our infant stuff. It made just a little bit more room and space for new stuff for the girls. They got some cute things for the kitchen, and like I said, Mercy is all into Barbie dolls right now, so she got the Barbie house and Barbies for Christmas, and organizing those is coming up. In case you're wondering, yes, that is a 15-year-old flip phone. For some crazy reason, my husband kept a few of his old phones, and when we found them, we gave them to the girls because they're kind of useless. And the girls love them. They just think that they're phones. When they're older, they'll laugh about such Stone Age technology because apparently that's really old now. So, yes, they got to play with some fun flip phones, and it was fun. They don't see them as anything but a phone, so that's great.
Yeah, I need you. Weak for you. Yeah, you. Yeah, you. I'm weak for you. Yeah, you. Yeah, you. Now I'm trying to let you go, but I'm always losing control. Is that what you want me to do? Now I'm trying to let you go, but I'm always losing control. Is that what you want me to do? Now I'm trying to let you go, but I'm always losing control.
I finally managed to move the rug and get the kitchen back in place, so I want to talk a little bit about this cute little dollhouse. This is not a Barbie brand dollhouse. I think it's called Kids Crafts or something like that, and crafts is spelt with a K. Anyways, we found it on Amazon, and I will try to find it so I can link it below because I thought that it was, and still do think that it was, an amazing deal. So this enormous dollhouse that fits anything from, the Barbie dolls down to, the Bratz dolls, whatever kind of doll they have. It came with about 32 pieces of furniture. It might not be exactly 32 because some of them had to be put together, but it came with, a bathtub and a little table and 2 chairs, and it came with a little piano and a lounge and a lamp, and the piano actually makes noise and the lamp actually turns on, and the pieces are made of wood and they're really sturdy. It's not at all like a plastic Barbie doll house. So for that reason, we absolutely love it. I think it was completely worth the money. I think we spent just over $100 on it. It did take some time and some patience to assemble, but honestly, if you have a really good power drill, you'll have it done in no time. I will note that the instructions were not great, but once you figure it out, it wasn't hard to put together. Here I'm just organizing the clothes, separating the clothes from the Barbies. I don't have any idea the best way to organize this stuff. She's got hundreds of tiny little Barbie shoes now, and Barbie combs, and even tiny little earrings. Things that I'm not super keen on, but I don't really know what to do with at this point. So if you have any suggestions for accessory storage for these Barbie dolls, leave them in the comments. I will look through all of them because this is something that we need to find a better solution for.
We're on a journey, looking back on the things that we've taken for granted, but feels like we're learning to be better without what's been holding us back now. Let's move closer to a new history, find out what we can be together. Take my hand and we will conquer the world. This is our final chance. 'Cause one day we'll be looking back at this. We were in a big mess together. But we found a way to choose right from wrong. We found the strength to go on together.
I can finally see the light at the end of this tunnel. I'm getting to the end of this project. It was really hard to stay focused on this project. I'm not good at focusing on just one task. And of course, I have other normal everyday interruptions, dishes, laundry, cooking dinner, things that you can't just ignore. But as for focusing on a project, it's not 100% normal to just focus on one room. So we're getting really close. I'm finally able to, oh yeah, I completely thought that I swept up a Barbie doll shoe. So you saw me knock all of this garbage out of the dust bin there and tried to find, it was nothing. There was no shoe. At any rate, I digress. I'm finally getting the rest of this cleaned up. There's a few things that have to go to another room. Otherwise, this room is starting to look fantastic. And the next project that I have is going to be organizing the new activities that the girls got, because I do not want them on the shelf in this room. I would rather have them somewhere where they have more supervision when they do those games and activities. And we got a lot of hands-on activities like the magnet blocks and different building materials. Yeah, those are all going to go somewhere where they're supervised when they do them. So that is coming up next from me. I will probably have that out next week. Otherwise, I'm using my Dyson to vacuum. This carpet is so dirty. Just ignore the stains you see on it. It's gonna be cleaned, I promise. And that's pretty much it for this video. I've got some great after shots. I'm really proud of how this room came out, and the focus was getting, stuffed animals out of the beanbag, getting their toys organized, and honestly, those boxes, taking them to Goodwill, it felt so good, like I took a huge load off of my shoulders. If you love videos like this, please subscribe to the channel and come back for more. I'll be here next week. See you soon.